In my entire life, out of all the Nintendo consoles, I touched a dandy once. And as you know, I've been a positive Switch for 2 years. I played the Mortgage Simulator for 50 hours and since then my console has been acting as a dust collector. No, well, of course I tried to launch this your best game of all time, Zelda Breath of the Wild. But my fragile little bear just didn't understand why I should explore this open world if all I get is some kind of sword that will break in a dozen blows in a fierce stabbing with Smolens in order to get 5 arrows and an apple.
I want pizza.
I didn't find any stats pumping, except for Life and Tomina, some clear plot and interesting tales for myself then, too. And I can entertain myself on other sites. In short, I played it for a maximum of 4 hours, didn't get into it and quit. And for such a large-scale game, consider that you didn't play at all. But a week ago, as usual, I woke up with a hangover in a puddle and realized, I am Link. Princess, don't worry, this time I'll save you. Apparently, my princess is in another castle. In general, I wanted to give Zelda a second chance. Moreover, Daily came out, however, for some reason at the price of a new game. But it doesn't matter when Hyrule's salvation is at stake. At first glance, I didn't notice any differences from the old Zelda. And on the second one, too, do you know why? I mixed up the icons and accidentally launched the Breath of the Wild and spent half a day running around in search of new content. By the way, you probably ask me, how is it that I constantly play various novelties if I can't pay directly anywhere right now? Well, there are a lot of loopholes. For example, if I need to buy a Steam game, I just log into Ice Games and replenish my wallet without any problems. You enter the login, the amount, you pay, in a couple of minutes the money is on your account. Done. Convenient payment via SBP, low commission, the service works 24/7, as well as support if there are any difficulties with replenishment. You can also buy license keys for top games and new products on Ice Games. For example, here, in the tab Without Commissions, you can pick up such hit yards as Resident Evil 4, The Last of AC and Atomic Heart without overpayments. The catalog of games is constantly updated, and for my dear subscribers, the guys have reduced the commission for adding Steam for a week, so keep up. A link in the description. So, running the correct version, I saw. Oh, my god, the plot. There are a couple of blonde Aryan-looking men of different sexes going down into the hole. Are they related to each other, lovers or all together? I still don't understand. Who played the other 40 games? Tell me in the comments. In short, there they find a dungeon and some dried Pilar men, a dungeon master who reduces the number of hearts and limbs to the main character. And Zelda is missing, so she needs to be rescued again. Actually, that's all. Church La Femme go ask where she is at the 12 puddles. And I'm not kidding right now. After starting the game and taking a leap of faith and cutting myself on pixels, I realized that recording gameplay from the console in portable mode was a mistake. But half of you are watching from your phones anyway. And in general, the game is not about graphing, but about gameplay. Yes, think about it, you still have to play Zelda and even think a little. Although they give you hints here and sometimes there are even marks on the map, but you yourself think about how to get there and how to do everything there. It's an unusual feeling, you know, for a genius like me. When you're used to all the games leading you by the handle, so long as you don't strain your brain, and Zelda tells you, "Are you a moron? Don't embarrass yourself." And all because the same problem can almost always be solved in different ways. Unlike most other games, Mere Zelda really works. This is not a decoration. Almost every time you think, is it possible to do this? Yes, it is possible, but it is possible in another way, because you have several abilities to choose from. Telekinesis, with which you can not only pick up and throw something, but also construct anything. Well, all that, players. We have added the possibility of crafting to your favorite game so that you can design and invent new ways to solve puzzles and complete the game. But how are you doing there? Give them a Nobel Prize. Passing through the ceiling. Well, rather, it is possible not only to the ceiling, the main thing is up. Rewinding time for almost anything. For example, a stone has fallen, you can fly back on it. Through a turd, return it to the horn sender. And the last one is charo editing. You can attach absolutely any bullshit to weapons or arrows, which changes damage, properties and gives unique opportunities. And everything else depends only on your inquisitive imagination. In fact, the shooting gallery of the kingdom corrected almost all the shortcomings that I did not like in the last part. Breaking weapons has fixed the fact that I can now craft my favorite fluff at any time. And research and fighting always give me the ingredients for it. The world is not so empty now, as if there really is more of everything, and even at different levels. Now there are locations in the sky and underground. Oh, there's hell out there. A frog got me there. In short, everywhere you constantly meet some interesting things. And what was in the last part has not gone away. And since I didn't play last time, everything is doubly new for me here. I was only able to tame the horse in this part, although he burst in me, from which I called him Van Damme. The towers have really changed, now you don't need to climb on them, but almost always you need to solve some kind of riddle related to them in order for them to work. Then the thorns get in the way, then the doors are closed, then they are smeared in shit, and not only they, and the brow is also stuffed. As a result, I understand why you can love this game, but also why you hate it. The game is creative. If you do not have a childish naive note of discovery in the sandbox, then most likely you will not be able to entertain yourself in it. And if you are tired of rail-scripted rides and want a little independence, then this is just a must-have. Well, I have everything for today. Subscribe to the channel, like it and see you again. Subscribe to Telegram too, please.